Ja Morant is one of the top high flyers in the entire NBA. He's one of those players that will dunk everything and on anybody, sometimes even risking his own life just for a bucket and a highlight.
Ja attacks!
It makes him easily one of the most entertaining and effective players, but it does come at a cost. Ja Morant has been compared to a lot of NBA players, but one of his biggest comparisons is to Derrick Rose, which is basically the best compliment you could ever receive as a dunk first guard, but unfortunately we did see how Derrick Rose declined once his injury started taking over. And that brings us to the topic of this video. Ja Morant is going to have to change his game in some way to be healthy enough to have a long career in the NBA. Last season, Ja led point guards in dunks with 46, and the next closest was Russell Westbrook with just 24. But it's not only on offense where Ja could possibly get hurt. We already saw him go down with a bad ankle sprain going for a contest on defense.
And he knew it right away, went for the block, and lands on the foot.
Obviously, this could happen on any contest, but it doesn't help when your slight jump to contest a shot is some players' max vertical. He's had some scary falls and moments, but recently he's been under the spotlight for this injury to his knee right here. Yet another injury that could happen really on any play. More often than not, an injury happens doing something you've already done a million times.
Keep an eye on the left leg. There.
Fortunately, the injury was the best possible result, being a knee sprain, but he's still gonna have to miss at least a couple weeks. I'm not using this injury against him, saying it's because of all the things he's been doing, but it does highlight the topic and remind people that random injuries like this can happen. Derrick Rose was also perfectly healthy with absolutely no problems, and on one play he's done a million times ended up tearing his ACL. Guys like that just move at such a fast and explosive pace, it's hard not to put a ton of force on your knees almost at all times when you're moving around. Some of the insane plays he makes are for the greater good of the team, but sometimes you gotta think the goal is to win games, and the worst thing you can do is get hurt and not be able to play at all. I don't want players to not do their thing anymore, but there's times Ja will make a move or land weird and it actually makes me cringe. He's been having his best season so far, upping his points per game from 19.1 last year to 24.1 this year, also shooting better as well. The Grizzlies are currently 500, so that squad's gonna have to stay afloat with him being out. Or that doesn't matter at all, because they just beat the Thunder by a million without Ja, so if he can continue to raise his three-point attempts and percentage every season like he has, while knowing when to use his body going forward, it's going to change his whole career. Ja Morant is so good that if he can just stay healthy, then we already know he's going to have an incredible NBA career. I could just be talking while Ja is already working on these things, then great if so, but realistically, he's still super young and is probably still getting used to the 82-game seasons. Going forward, I would like to see him just be more selective with his athleticism, which sounds crazy, but you see this all the time as players age. Ja could benefit physically a lot by picking and choosing when and when not to explode. Most players change due to aging, but it's the same reason why LeBron doesn't drive and dunk all the time like he used to. Can he? Absolutely. Will he? No. That's for the playoffs. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to support the channel by hitting the like button and subscribe because nobody on this planet does anymore. It helps a lot. Until next time.